Shiny Pokémon are already rare, but some are even rarer in Pokémon GO. These are the most difficult to obtain shinies to get in the game. Shiny ABRA was a complete error, and it was not meant to be released into Pokémon GO, so for those who caught Shiny ABRA in that brief period, count yourself extremely lucky. But alas, even if it weren't released in error, it would still be notorious to capture, due to ABRA's programming to teleport away more or less instantly. Players generally have a single throw to catch this elusive Pokémon, so contain all those hopes and dreams into that one shot and hope for the best. However, it'll be doubly aggravating on finding a shiny ABRA, and it instantly teleporting away. That would be horrible. Pikachu wearing hats has been a theme throughout the entire release of Pokémon GO, but Detective Pikachu is the rarest of them all. To get it was a once-off event and only available for a limited time only, but unlike other Pikachu wearing hats, it could not be caught in the wild. It can only be captured via augmented reality camera, whereby taking photos Detective Pikachu would photobomb the pics. Shiny was disabled during the event. So to get the shiny you had to trigger the Pikachu spawn right before the event ended and then start the encounter after the event ended and shiny Pikachu was returned to the game. Pikachu wearing Ash's hat is also an incredibly rare shiny to find. The shiny variant of Lunatone was only released after last year's Equinox event. Even though Lunatone and Solrock were available to capture, the shiny versions weren't in the game and were both region-specific. Before the event, Lunatone was in American and African regions, and Solrock was in European, Asian, and Australian regions. However, during the event, these two Pokémon switched regions, so Solrock was in American and African regions, and Lunatone was in European, Asian, and Australian regions. Also, for the first time ever, a regional exclusive Pokémon was able to be captured in its shiny form. Once during the Pokémon GO Fest, shiny CLEFAIRY was released into the world of Pokémon, however, it was then quickly removed as it was a mistake, just like the shiny ABRA. But for those lucky enough to find one before it got removed, you are one of the only ones. It's now possible again to capture a shiny CLEFAIRY, but only through finding a shiny Cleffa and evolving it into a CLEFAIRY, as shiny CLEFAIRY or Clefable isn't available to be caught in the wild. But shiny Cleffa can only be found through hatching eggs, so get walking enough to find one before it got removed, you are one of the only ones. It's now possible again to capture a shiny CLEFAIRY, but only through finding a shiny Cleffa and evolving it into a CLEFAIRY, as shiny CLEFAIRY or Clefable isn't available to be caught in the wild. But shiny Cleffa can only be found through hatching eggs, so get walking. It's odd that the most common Pokémon in all of existence, well inside caves, is one of the hardest shiny Pokémon to find in Pokémon GO. Every 2 steps in a cave, a swarm of Zubats has wholly encased you from head to toe. In Zubat's defense, the shiny version was only available through a Team Rocket GO event in July 2019, and out of the 4 Pokémon that were getting a shiny version, Zubat had the lowest chance to find. However, Zubat was able to be found via hatching eggs, research encounters, and in the wild, but his odds were just far too low. ALOLAN forms were released in Pokémon GO as Niantic was celebrating their 3rd anniversary with a new event back in July 2019. Of course, this release also meant that shiny variants of ALOLAN forms were also able to be found and captured. However, many of the ALOLAN Pokémon were only available through hatching 7km eggs, which is a hefty hike to hatch a Pokémon. Especially, if you're after a shiny version of ALOLAN VULPIX who is hyper rare to find, with the lowest odds of all ALOLAN Pokémon released, but now, instead of going through the hatching process, ALOLAN VULPIX can now be caught in the wild. The ALOLAN version of MAROWAK is a cursed fiery beast and is also incredibly hard to find within Pokémon GO. ALOLAN MAROWAK is only available through raids, as there is not an ALOLAN Cubone to evolve into one. In the games, Cubone evolves into each evolution based on the time of day it is, and sadly this does not cross over into Pokémon GO canon. If you're after the shiny ALOLAN MAROWAK, you're going to have to complete raid after raid repeatedly, while praying to the gods of luck for a shiny version. The shiny WOOBAT is another rare Pokémon found in the wild. According to Silph Road, players can encounter one shiny WOOBAT every 500 encounters, making it a considerably rare Pokémon. The shiny WOOBAT is of an eerie green color compared to the standard blue color of the regular variant in Pokémon GO. It evolves into the shiny Swoobat, which has the same color scheme as its base form. One event in Pokémon GO's history took a lot of people off guard when a horde of female Pokémon spawned into the Pokémon GO wild. This happened on the International Day of the Girl Child. Because of this event, new shiny versions of Pokémon were able to be found, but only the Nidoran family. Nidorina and Nidoqueen are impossible to find in the wild. As it was only possible during this one event, so if you are lucky enough to find a shiny Nidoron, then you can evolve it into a Nidorina and then into Nidoqueen. But this is the only way that it is possible. Alolan Grimer was released into the wild at the same time as the other Alolan forms, during Pokémon GO's 3rd anniversary event. Of course, just like Alolan VULPIX, Alolan Grimer was only available in 7 km eggs, so both need hefty walks to find them, and even more annoying if no 7 km eggs are given at Pokestops. However, Alolan Grimer is now possible to be found in the wild. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff.